Welcome! Today I'm going to show you guys how to make chocolate almond biscotti. For those who don't know, biscotti is like an extra crunchy cookie. And a lot of folks like to dip biscotti in their hot coffee or hot tea, but you don't need coffee or tea to enjoy biscotti. You can eat it by itself if you want. First and foremost, we're going to preheat our oven, and you're going to preheat it to 350, which I've already done. And one of the first things you want to do is to go ahead and toast your almonds, because it is chocolate almond biscotti. Toast your almonds first for about 6 minutes total, and about halfway through you want to stir them around to make sure they don't get burned on one side. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, so we got all the almonds toasted, they're ready to go, so we're going to set those aside. But what we'll do next, we have to mix all our ingredients. We're going to do our wet ingredients first. That'll start with 1/4 cup of butter, which I've melted in the microwave. And then, let's see, and 2/3 cup of sugar. And you're going to blend those together first. And I'm just going to use a hand mixer to do that. Good to go. And then you're going to want to do 1 egg. And then it also said you wanted to do 2 tablespoons of a beaten egg, which I've already beaten 1 egg in this bowl right here. Also, it called for about 1 ounce or 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate melted, and I also went ahead and did that in the microwave, and that's good to go as well. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Blend that together. Right. So looks good so far. I don't know if you can see. We need to actually add the coffee. There's going to be a little bit of coffee in our almond biscotti, and so it calls for like just instant coffee. Do a tablespoon of instant coffee mixed in with a tablespoon of hot water, which I already did. Pretty simple. Alright, now we will move on to our dry ingredients. So you will need flour, which is a 1 1/4 cup of flour, which I already have measured out. And then you need 2 tablespoons of baking cocoa. You also need 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, and then 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Pretty simple. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients with the chocolate mixture we already made. Blend those together. Now we need to transfer our dough over to a cutting board, and you're going to want to use lots and lots of flour. This gets a little tricky because the dough is really, really sticky. So just extra flour, a cutting board. I probably did a little too much, but honestly, you cannot have enough with this. There we go. And once it's on the cutting board, you want to try and add the almonds that we toasted earlier and mix those in or knead them in. That's why it helps to have the flour. So I'm just kneading those all inside the chocolate yummy mixture. Alright, so those are all mixed together, and now we're going to move it onto a baking sheet, and you need to spray the baking sheet thoroughly with cooking spray so that it doesn't stick. Alright, so we need to transfer it onto the cookie tray, and you want to form it into a like 12-inch by 3-inch. Like so. I'm just going to make it a little longer. That looks pretty good. So, of course, we next need to put it in the oven, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 28 minutes, and then we're going to take it back out. Alright, we're just going to take it out, let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then we got to slice it up. Alright, so 10 minutes is done, we've let this cool, and we need to transfer this to a cutting board so that we can cut it into slices like it did perfectly. Alright, and you're going to want to get a serrated knife, pretty much any long knife, and cut into about 13 pieces. Alright. Now, I guess you should not saw at it because it'll break it into pieces. So, for the last half, I just kind of cut it. So now you're going to spray again the baking sheet with cooking spray and lay the pieces down on the side that they were cut on. Alright, so cut them all up. We're going to put these in the oven for about 20 minutes, and about halfway through you want to flip the pieces over on the other side so they get evenly cooked. Looks good. And you're going to put it on a cooling rack. Alright, so we're just going to place these on the cooling rack, let them cool, and you guys can enjoy.